Today we're going to talk about how to get a perfectly straight show car finish. The first step is to do your body work, prime those individual spots, and block sand. This fender, for example, had 5 or 6 areas that were filled, primed, and blocked, but that doesn't really guarantee a show car finish. You really have to prime the whole panel again and block sand the entire surface. Then prime it one more time, finish, sand, and paint. Again, we'll be focusing on just this fender, and this long straight area we're going to block sand with this. And the books will say do a crosshatch pattern, but we want to make sure we're doing enough of these long straight strokes to make sure that this is perfectly straight. These areas down here, down there, and here, we can use this little block or this medium-sized block. We'll give this a light shot of Spray Bomb Black, which acts as a guide coat. And we'll just concentrate on this area right now. After letting the guide coat dry a bit, we can start. To me, this panel looked really straight when I primed it, but a longboard like this never lies. Each one of these spots would have showed up in the final paint job as a ripple. These metal spots, though, I think we can get away with. We stopped immediately when we hit them, and then there was a couple low spots that needed to be filled. Now, we'll sand these lightly again with this board, prime it again, then we'll finish sand with a block like this with 320 or 400 grit and paint it. Here's a close-up of all those spots that could have potentially been a ripple. This is a high metal spot. We're fine with that. We stopped when we hit it. There was a low spot here. We're going to fix it. This was our putty from before. This is a little bit of a metal spot. That's fine. We stopped when we hit it. I think we can get away with leaving these two, this one and this one. Then we had a high spot here, and it's no longer a high spot because we blocked it. That's primer from the other repair. Then we had a low spot here, a high metal spot. But again, we stopped when we hit these metal spots, and we'll fix that low spot. And here's a shot of the other side after block sanding, very similar to the passenger side. We have a metal spot here, high metal spot here, but again we stopped when we hit those high metal spots. Some filler showing through here, metal, older primer, metal, and this is filler, metal, old primer, metal, metal, and some old paint from the previous paint job. The guide coat is showing through on the low spots right here and here. We'll fix those spots, sand them, prime it again, finish sand with a block with maybe 320 or 400 before painting. As you can see, you can't cheat and use a DA instead of a longboard to get a show car finish. The DA will just follow the contour and you won't find these highs and lows like you did with the longboard. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video on how to get a show car finish, a nice straight show car finish. If you did, and you'd like to get my latest videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.